Are we on? Oh, oh, echo. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off because I do not need to hear myself right now. Guess what? Yeah, uh-huh. We're back. We're out here. Holy fucking shit. Oh my gosh. It has been so long. I decided to record this on my bed with my laptop in my lap because my legs hurt like hell. Um, I've started doing a month-long workout course where like every day we have like a body weight workout system where every 4 days you kind of do like a cycle of biceps and shoulders, back, legs, and then abs. And a couple days ago, I ended up doing a very strenuous leg workout. To this day, my quads and my calves, ouch, yeah, they hurt. So I'm just gonna sit comfortably in my bed for this one. I've missed you as well. I was literally thinking about just recording another video on top of the video response that I gave you just to kind of get the ball rolling again. But then when I saw your video, literally titled Boo, it was a very pleasant surprise to show up on my subscription feed. Like, that is honestly the most fun things that experience that has come out with this sort of YouTube experiment is this like spontaneity that has come with, you know, cultivating a friendship through public facing asynchronous videos. There's a lot of, you know, interesting things that can come out where, I wanted to just watch a YouTube video and then all of a sudden I see your black and white filter show up and be like, whoa, hi. So it is honestly really good to hear from you again. Like, yeah, totally understandable. The sort of pause in videos that we had. Um, it has been very contemplative on my part. Just, you know, having the second half of December and then this first week of January just space to just think about a lot of stuff and, you know, seeing this, YouTube video format as like a space to consolidate all those things, I think is like really cool and helpful. And, I'm glad that we're able to find interest in the things that are going on in our lives, especially with like shit, the stuff that you're going through with your time in New York. Man, that must have been crazy. I would honestly love spending some time this year just couch surfing with people. I know that like um my family would be incredibly worried if I were to do something like that and just like tell them, but I don't know. I feel like the people that I've met here are so fun and interesting and loving that I don't know. Trust is seems easy to give, even when I'm an inherently very trusting person, like naively so. Um, you know, in terms of what has been going on in my life, I took a lot of time thinking about what I wanted to get done for this year. Um, and I seem to have consolidated to four like major categories. I took like Malcolm Ocean's goal crafting intensive at the beginning of the year, and I came up with like my four main areas. So first one is to make sense of the world inside of me by learning a lot about like IFS, Alexander technique, all of these ways to cultivate and carve a sort of heart space within me because you know I I've noticed that sort of a huge contribution that I can offer to the world is being a calming presence and there's a lot of chaos inside me, girl, that I would like to make coherent. um so that is priority numero uno. Priority numero dos, make bank. I don't know if uh notice, like, I've been unemployed for some time, and taking stock and being non-coercive about getting back into a job because I was incredibly burnt out doing like software engineering work remotely. Um, so I've been really curious to start getting into like freelancing stuff, working my own hours and being, figuring out like my own pace of work, getting things to do again, I would say. I've also been reading a lot about like Web3 for the past 6 months, and I haven't really been, cashing in on, getting involved with that community because I'm afraid to kind of be involved in that discourse because it is a little bit like caustic and shit. But, I've been talking to like some people about what it's like to be in that space, and I'm feeling less scared about, publicly talking about that. Because, I think there's like a huge opportunity that I would love to, you know, weave all my interests between like tech, music, and all that sort of stuff. And Web3 just seems to be like the perfect place to do that. Um, and even just like music in general, like seeing that as like a career opportunity in whatever ways that I can. Like I ended up like getting a couple like offers from people to like make podcast bumps for them, or a song commission to play in an II salon, which is like, whoa, holy fuck. I might actually be able to like, make a career out of it. Yeah. So being more deliberate about that. Two, three, make more friends. Oh my gosh, I actually have been talking to a lot of people lately. Um, my goodness, I literally just got off the phone with like a brand new mutual just to talk about like our um goal accountability systems and stuff like that. She's from UK. She has a wonderful personality and like a Londoner accent, which is like low-key kind of hot. So I'm kind of glad this is private as of right now, but you know what? Go roll with it. uh, but yes, a lot of people getting more involved in the DMs. I'm holding a conversation with Visa right now in the DMs, which is like something that I've been wanting to do for so fucking long. Like I feel a lot more comfortable like being active online, and I feel like that's the goal that I've been really wanting to work towards, is feeling at home with interacting with people, just being like a presence. On Twitter, in the DMs, on YouTube with you. Um, yeah, like it's been something that I've been so quiet about because I've been such a lurker for so long on the internet. Like, it never occurred to me that I could create a space for myself here and and have it like react back. So, um, really tapping into ways that I can socialize with the sort of networks that we have available with us. Yeah. And then four, it's the big one. I put on the bottom because I do want to keep it there, as like, make music. I feel like my life's purpose will revolve around making and performing music in whatever capacity that I can, in as big of a scope as I can achieve in my life. And it has been tough for me to take a step in doing that because, if you feel like your life is kind of calling you to do it, like there's a sort of refusal that comes up with knowing if that is truly the thing that you want. And I'm slowly starting to realize for myself that I can figure out if that's what I truly want by actually doing the thing. So hopefully later today you might see something on the timeline. I don't know, like we'll see. You know, so yeah, this is very exciting time. You know, your excitement about Vibe Camp with, just still being here and being your bubbly, enthusiastic self, like it honestly brings me back to that sort of level because I used to be that kind of person when I was, in undergrad, like a couple years ago. Jesus Christ, seems like forever, but it was literally only 2 years ago. Um, but I think it's because like I haven't interacted with people that had that same energy. And so I seem to have defaulted to being a calming presence just to keep myself relaxed. Because if I didn't, I'd probably go crazy. Um, so I'm really hopeful for this year. Um, yeah, these are my thoughts right now. Well, that was a good recap. I feel like every time that I talk to someone about this, like I learn something new about each of my four goals. So yeah, thank you for asking. Okay, let me look at my notes because yeah, I really want to experiment with the idea of like taking notes. In the comment section. I know Visa talks about that a lot as like a public artifact that you can use. It's a very underutilized thing because everything in like YouTube comments can range from like trolling to caustic to somewhat nourishing. The only nourishing comment section that I've ever seen was like public video essay channels like Idea Channel from PBS. Like that was some YouTube that I used to binge constantly, man. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh my god. Jesus. Hmm. Yeah, I agree with you in the fact that it would be interesting to bring in more people now. A couple days ago, I actually told Vivek about this, and he saw our videos, and he was like, "That is a cool idea." So, if you're seeing this, Vivek, um, hit me up, and I was thinking about the idea of like being oblique about it in the YouTube comment section or like in Twitter. I don't know, like I think it was mainly just a fear of sort of losing interest from you in doing this because um I I've had like a lot of anxiety once like a third person comes into like the group that, attention is split and kind of like lose. Yeah, I think I've been grappling with a need for attention from other people, which has been like a reason why I really prefer one-on-one connections because that's literally what you're trying to come across with someone. But once you bring in another person, it kind of just gets split. But I would like to not be anxious about that anymore. So my question, moving forward is like, maybe we can open this up to people like deliberately and just tell our friends to hop in and just chat, you know? Like, I don't think this is something worth being afraid of anymore. Um, I don't know. What do you think about that? Just being more open about it and just being like, come on in. Have like a friend respond out of nowhere or whatever. Yeah. Uh, Almost gonna run out of time. It's not gonna be 15 minutes. Let's make sure that this goes up on YouTube. Okay. Love you, Brooke. Good to see you. Um, take care, and I will see you at 11:11.